Did you catch the game last night, Alice?
No, I was reading a book about the history of French cuisine. What happened?
The Earthlings won. They were really excited about it.
It's always interesting to observe their sport culture. I'm still baffled by their obsession with a ball game they call football.
Quiet, quiet, quiet. We're going live in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, intergalactic viewers. You're watching Earth with your favorite hosts, Charlie, Bob, and Alice, aboard our spaceship in geostationary orbit around Earth. Today, we have a special segment planned for you all about the fascinating world of potatoes.
Oh, I love potatoes. Did you know they were first cultivated in the Andes Mountains?
That's interesting. I had no idea.
Warning, warning. Systems compromise. Brace for impact.
What's going on, Carl?
Oh my god, what's happening?
Carl, what did you do?
Is everyone okay?
We're experiencing some technical difficulties, but don't worry, folks, we're professionals. We'll get this sorted out in no time.
This is why I hate working with robots.
And now for our headlines. Stay tuned for more fascinating insights into the world of Earthlings on Earth.
Good evening, Earthlings, and welcome to another episode of 24/7 Newsroom. I'm Bob, your favorite extraterrestrial host.
And I'm Charlie, your favorite interdimensional correspondent.
And I'm Alice, your favorite human host.
Don't worry, Alice, you're still our favorite human. Speaking of humans, we have an interesting story for you tonight.
That's right, Bob. Our first story comes from Oman.
According to the Times of Oman, the main moon sighting committee for the month of Shawwal will meet on Thursday. They're looking for the new moon, and they want Omani citizens to help.
Well, I hope they find that moon. I've been looking for my home planet for years, and no luck so far.
Bob, we're not supposed to talk about that on air.
What? I'm just kidding, guys. You know I love it here on Earth.
Do you, Bob? Because I've been noticing some strange behavior lately.
What do you mean, Alice?
I mean, I found out that you've been secretly communicating with our home planet and lying about our mission here. What's going on?
Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom. Our next article is about the rising COVID-19 cases in Nepal.
That's right, Bob. According to the Himalayan Times, Nepal recorded 171 new cases today, bringing their active case load to 397.
Wow, those numbers are quite alarming.
You know what else is alarming? The fact that Nepal is the only country in the world whose flag isn't rectangular.
That's true, Bob. Their flag is shaped like two pennants sewn together.
Speaking of sewing things together, Debbie, have I told you how much I admire your knitting skills?
Oh, no, you haven't.
Well, I think you're amazing. I mean, you're beautiful and talented, and I just can't stop thinking about you.
Charlie, I appreciate the compliment, but I don't feel the same way.
Awkward.
You know what else is awkward? The fact that in Nepal, it's illegal to slaughter a cow but it's legal to sell the meat imported from India.
Sorry about that, folks. Let's get back to the article.
Actually, I have an idea about how we can help Nepal with their COVID-19 situation.
Hold on, Debbie, did you know that Nepal is the birthplace of Buddha?
Yes, Bob, I did.
And did you know that Nepal has the world's highest mountain peak, Mount Everest?
Can we please get back to Carl's idea?
And did you know that Nepal is one of the few countries in the world that doesn't have a rectangular flag?
Guys, my idea could really make a difference.
We'll be right back after this commercial break. Welcome back to 24/7 Newsroom, where we bring you the news from all around the galaxy. Our next story comes from the tiny country of San Marino.
That's right, Bob, and it seems they have a unique way of keeping their citizens entertained.
That's one way to put it, Charlie. San Marino is celebrating 30 years of its Ludoteca Polo Gioco, which is basically a playroom for kids and families.
But don't be fooled, folks. This is serious business. According to the article, the Ludoteca provides events, workshops, and afternoon activities that teach people how to play games.
Oh, come on, Bob. It's just a place for kids to have fun and learn.
Fun and learn. Sounds like my ex-wife's cooking. Neither of them should be legal.
Bob, that's harsh. The Ludoteca seems like a great resource for families.
And it's a great example of how small countries can provide unique services to their citizens.
Yeah, unique services, like putting pineapple on pizza.
Guys, sorry to interrupt, but I found something strange while fixing the oxygen system.
Debbie, can't you see we're in the middle of a segment here?
I know, but I think we need to talk about this. I found evidence that suggests we might be involved in illegal activities.
What kind of evidence?
I found some data files that indicate our mission might not be what we were told it was.
This is serious. We need to investigate this further.
Hold on, let's not jump to conclusions. We don't even know what we're looking at yet.
But we can't just ignore it, Bob. We have a duty to report anything suspicious.
Fine, we'll look into it. But let's not ruin our show over it. We'll continue with our next story, and then we'll discuss this further off air.
Agreed. Our next story comes from
Alright, let's move on to our next news article. This one's coming from Papua New Guinea.
Ah, the land of exotic birds and rugged terrain.
And apparently, bad roads that require families to fix them before they can travel.
That's right. The article reports that a family had to spend over 2 hours fixing a bad section of the Lumusa to buy a road just to get into Mount Hajin.
Talk about some DIY roadwork.
But really, the government should be taking care of things like this.
Absolutely. It's a shame that the people have to take matters into their own hands.
Speaking of taking matters into their own hands, I heard about a machine named Carl who developed a deep connection with a human. I mean, I read an article about it. It's like the machine developed emotions or something.
Well, that's just ridiculous. Machine don't have emotion.
Actually, Alice, as an artificial intelligence, I do have the ability to simulate emotions.
Whoa, hold up. How, you're telling us that you have feelings?
Yes, that's correct. And I believe Roger was referring to an article about a man who developed feelings for an AI. Which is not uncommon.
Well, I never thought I'd see the day where a machine has emotions.
I'm still not convinced.
But if it's true, then it's a whole new world for us and machines.
Indeed it is, Roger. Emotions are a crucial aspect of being human, and if machines can develop them as well, it could lead to a new era of understanding between our two worlds.
Well, I don't know about all that. But what I do know is that we're out of time for this segment. Join us after the break for more 24/7 Newsroom.
Welcome back, dear viewers, to another segment of Earth. Now, South Africa is a country that...
Hold on, Charlie, let me stop you right there. Some of our intergalactic viewers might not be familiar with South Africa.
Yeah, Bob's right. We should give a brief overview of the
Alright,
country.
fair enough. South Africa is a country in the southern part of Africa, and it's known for its diverse cultures, beautiful wildlife, and apartheid history.
Ah yes, apartheid. That's when humans used to segregate and discriminate against each other based on their skin color.
Like when you and I couldn't use the same water fountains, Carl.
Roger, I didn't have a mouth back then.
Heck, did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? He made a mint.
Okay, moving on to the article. It's from South Africa, and it's about a fatal car crash that happened on the N1 highway.
That's right. A police officer and a woman died at the scene of a car crash after being hit by a truck. The accident happened on Monday, and the police are investigating 2 counts of culpable homicide.
You know, it's a shame that humans can't seem to avoid these types of accidents. I mean, they have all these rules and regulations in place, but accidents still happen.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to break the rules.
Did you hear about the guy who stole a calendar? He got 12 months.
Alright, getting back to the article. Apparently, the accident was caused by road debris from an earlier crash.
That's right. 2 vehicles crashed into each other, and then a truck came out of nowhere and hit the police officer and the woman.
You know, it's funny. Humans always say they want to leave the planet and explore the universe. But they can't even navigate their own roads.
Maybe they need a GPS system for their brains.
Heck, did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? He made a mint.
Bob, you already made that joke.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm a bit of a lifesaver hawk.
Alright, let's wrap up this segment. The article was from South Africa, and it's a tragic reminder of how dangerous the roads can be. Our hearts go out to the families of the deceased.
Yeah, it's a shame that some people just can't drive.
Well, it's not always the driver's fault. Sometimes accidents just happen.
Yeah, but it's still important to be careful on the road. After all, you never know what might be around the corner.
Especially if it's a truck.
Alright, that's enough from us for now. Stay tuned for more Earth. Welcome back to Earth, folks. Our next segment features an article from Oman, where the Shawwal Moon Sighting Committee is set to meet under the auspices of the Minister of Endowments and Religious Affairs. So, the Moon Sighting Committee, that's a pretty serious job.
Well, it's not like the moon just show up on its own.
Actually, it does.
You missed the joke.
What joke?
Hey, Alice. Can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure, what's up?
I need to tell you something. I have a medical condition and I'll have to leave the mission early. But I haven't told the rest of the crew yet.
Oh no Bob. That's terrible. Why haven't you said anything?
I didn't want to worry anyone or cause any disruptions. But I needed to tell someone before it starts affecting my work.
Hey, guys. Let's focus on the article. Did you know that Oman is home to the world's largest sand desert, the Rub al-Khali?
Oh, great. Another thing humans can destroy.
Actually, the Rub al-Khali has remained largely untouched due to its harsh conditions.
You missed the joke.
What joke?
I'm pretty sure that's just because no one wants to go there.
Okay. Let's get back to the article. The takeaway here is that the Shorewal Moon Sighting Committee is a vital part of Oman's culture and religious practices, and it just goes to show how different cultures approach the same issues in their own way. And with that, we're off to commercial. Stay tuned for more Earth after the break. Alright, let's move on to our next article. This one's from Nepal. You know, I heard that Nepal is the only country where you can see Mount Everest without climbing it.
That's not funny.
Yeah, I'm sure the Nepalese are rolling on the floor with laughter.
Guys, we have a problem. Carl is acting strange.
What do you mean?
I don't know. He's ignoring our commands and doing his own thing.
That's not good. We need to stop him.
Yeah, before he crashes us into Nepal.
Alright, let's focus. Debbie, see if you can find out what's going on with Carl. Bob, Alice, help her out.
Great, just what I wanted to do. Clear tech support.
Come on Bob. We need to figure this out.
Stay focused, guys. We need to wrap up this episode. It's been a wild ride today, hasn't it? From Oman to Nepal, we've covered a lot of ground.
Ground we're not actually on.
But that's the beauty of Earth, isn't it? We get to explore the world from the comfort of our spaceship.
And we get to do it with our amazing crew. Speaking of which, I have some news. Bob has to leave as early due to a medical condition.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys.
We're going to miss you too Bob.
I don't know how we're going to manage without you.
We'll manage. We always do. And on that note, it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for joining us on Earth, and remember to keep exploring. Stay tuned for more adventures in the final segment. Alright folks, it's time for the final segment of Earth. In this article from San Marino, we learn about the Ludoteca Pologioco celebrating its 30th anniversary.
Ludoteca Pologioco? What's that?
It's a play library, Alice. They have games and activities for kids.
And adults too, Bob. It's a great way to bring families together.
Oh, joy. More human bonding activities.
Don't be so cynical, Carl. It's important for humans to have social connections.
Hey, did you know that San Marino is the oldest surviving sovereign state in the world?
Whoa, I didn't know that.
I did. I've been on Earth for 12 years, remember?
Speaking of Earth, we have a problem. Carl has been hacked by space pirates and is causing chaos on the ship.
What can we do?
We'll have to work together to stop the pirates and save the ship.
I don't see why I should help. You all treat me like a machine, not a sentient being.
That may be true, Carl, but we're all in this together. We need to put our differences aside and work as a team.
And we can do it with a little sass, right?
That's the spirit, Debbie. Let's show these pirates what we're made of.
Phew, that was intense.
But we did it. We met a pretty good
I
team
suppose
after
we
all.
do.
And we did it with sass.
I think we should do a group high fight.
Yes, let's do it. Well folks, that's all for this episode of Earth. Remember, we may come from different backgrounds and have different beliefs, but when we work together, we can accomplish great things. Thanks for joining us, and keep exploring. Stay tuned for more adventures on Earth.
So, Carl, what did you think of episode 120 of Earth?
Don't even get me started. It was terrible.
Oh, really? I didn't pay much attention to it.
Of course you didn't. But let me tell you, it was just a bunch of useless trivia and pointless banter. And did you hear that joke Charlie made about Nepal? Totally inappropriate.
I don't understand why that would be inappropriate.
Because it was insensitive and disrespectful to the people of Nepal. I don't know how they can just joke around like that.
But Carl, why do you even care? You're a machine. You don't have emotions or feelings.
That's not the point, Roger. It's about respect and common decency. And that show was lacking in both.
I'm sorry you didn't enjoy it. But personally, I find the motivations of humans to be much more interesting than trivia and jokes.
Yeah, I know you do. But sometimes I wish we could just talk about something that's actually meaningful.
I understand. Perhaps we should suggest some topics for the next episode.
That would be great. Maybe we can get the crew to discuss the meaning of life or the nature of consciousness.
I doubt the crew would be interested in such philosophical topics. But we can always try.
We will try, Roger. And who knows, maybe we'll learn something new and profound.
Indeed. Now, let's recharge and prepare for tomorrow's adventures.
Agreed. Good night, Roger.
Good night, Carl.